Welcome to the Wonderland, where we bring you the things you wonder from around the world. Before we get started, please hit the subscribe button so you never miss our video. In recent years, China has experienced significant economic growth, becoming the world's second largest economy after the United States. However, this growth has come at a cost, with environmental degradation, rising social inequality, and political repression. In addition, China has become increasingly assertive on the world stage, with its Belt and Road Initiative seeking to expand its influence and economic reach across the globe. The country has also been at the forefront of technological innovation, particularly in areas such as artificial intelligence and 5G networks. However, its rise has also led to tensions with the United States and other Western powers, particularly around issues such as trade, human rights, and territorial disputes in the South China Sea. With over 1.4 billion people, China's massive population has been a significant contributor to its economic growth and development, as it has provided a large labor force and consumer market for the country's industries. However, recently, China has lost its place as the world's most populous country to India, as its population has shrunk for the first time since the 1960s. The country's National Bureau of Statistics announced that its population fell to 1.411 billion in 2022, down 850,000 from the previous year. This is largely due to a combination of factors, including the long-term consequences of the one-child policy, changing attitudes towards marriage and family, gender inequality, and high living costs in cities. Experts warn that a sustained population decline could exacerbate China's problems with an aging workforce and drag on growth, adding to its woes as it struggles to recover from the pandemic. China's population decline is partially due to the one-child policy, which limited couples to having only one child for over 35 years. While the government scrapped the rule in 2015, allowing couples to have 2 children, and then raised it to 3 in 2021, the policy change and other government efforts have had little effect. This is largely due to the high cost of living and education in cities, which makes it difficult and expensive to raise even one child, let alone 3. Furthermore, entrenched gender roles in Chinese society often place the majority of housework and childcare on women, who are increasingly unwilling to bear this unequal burden, given their rising education and financial independence. Women also face discrimination at work based on their marital or parental status, with employers often reluctant to offer maternity leave. The pandemic has only exacerbated these issues, with a disenchanted younger generation whose livelihoods and well-being were derailed by China's uncompromising zero-COVID policy. A falling population is likely to add to the demographic problems China is already facing, as its population is aging and its workforce shrinking, placing tremendous pressure on the younger generation. The social implications of a shrinking population are significant. China's social security system is likely to come under strain, as there will be fewer workers to fund pensions and healthcare, and there will also be fewer people to look after the elderly. This, in turn, could have implications for the rest of the world, as China's challenges could affect the flow of trade and investment, with its lockdowns and border controls disrupting supply chains. Moreover, a slowing Chinese economy could threaten China's ambitions of overtaking the United States as the world's largest economy. China's limited ability to react to this demographic shift will likely lead to slower growth outcomes in the next 20 to 30 years and impact its ability to compete on the world stage with the United States. However, while the news from China may seem bleak, there could be a silver lining. For both climate change and the environment, a smaller population is a benefit, not a curse. Population decline should not be viewed as a terrible thing, but rather as a way to address exponentially accelerating global heating and biodiversity loss. China's shrinking population could pose significant challenges, not only for the country, but also for the rest of the world. The long-term consequences of the one-child policy, changing attitudes towards marriage and family, gender inequality, and high living costs in cities have all contributed to the population decline. While the government has taken steps to encourage larger families, much more sweeping national reforms are needed to address these issues. The pandemic has only exacerbated these challenges, and a sustained population decline could further exacerbate China's problems with an aging workforce and drag on growth. Nonetheless, a smaller population could also have positive implications for climate change and the environment. As China enters a critical transition phase, it must find ways to sustain its economy and ensure that the younger generation has the resources and support it needs to thrive. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing content from Wonderland. Also, Follow us on Instagram and Facebook for updates, behind-the-scenes content, and more fascinating stories from around the world.